Hello there guys, and welcome to another update video with myself, Foorun. Now today we're going to be taking a look at what's coming in the update on 26th of May, which is the last update in the May update cycle. So the next update after today will be the one on the 2nd of June, and we will be getting a forced map wipe. Not sure about a blueprint wipe, there's nothing to suggest it quite yet. So I'll start off with some bad news, which is I've been speaking to Alistair this morning, which is one of the game developers, and he has said that there is zero chance that we're going to have the blueprint system away with. The leveling system is not going to be here, at least not for the first week in June, so it will not be ready in a week's time. So you can speculate on that however you like, but that's the only information that he's given me. So I'm just letting you guys know that as far as next week, the 2nd of June, we will not be getting the leveling system. So anyway, let's get straight into this update video for what we're getting this week. So the first thing you may notice here is that I can see straight through this building, and that is because we've had some new admin tools. So you can look at this how you like. There likely is going to be some abusing of this if you go to some servers, and it's probably going to be a bit inevitable. You're never going to know really whether somebody was actually doing this or not, and I think a lot of people are going to be calling admin abuse when they get raided, especially if somebody does get pretty lucky and hit straight into one of the loot rooms. So I'm just looking at my base. It's already been raided. There's nothing really in here. I've not been playing a lot on my server this wipe cycle because of being away. So literally all you've got to do is press F1 if you are a moderator, not even admin. If you're a moderator on a server, you will be able to do this. This is how it currently is. They may change that. So now you've got all these layers, so you can change that. I can turn off the AI. So there was a pig over there just now. Now it's gone. I pop that back on. There we go. We can see the pig again. So if I turn on default again, that will add in mostly the grass. It'll add in a lot of things. If I turn that off, you'll see we've got all of this, and then I can turn off construction, so that is anything like doors and so on and so forth. And then if we turn off deployed, that'll take away all of the chests, it'll take away the quarry that was behind me and all the walls. You can even turn off the world, so then you've got no mountains or anything in the background. And you can turn off water, you can turn off terrain, so there's no water underneath. Put the water back on, you'll be able to see there is water underneath the entirety of the map. You can see now, because everything else is removed, all of the water, where the rivers and so on and so forth are. So it's a good thing for investigating people in terms of an admin. If you're looking for someone that's using ESP and all of those funky things that people like to do in terms of hacking, is a nice admin tool to get around that. Next thing that we've got is more resources. So a lot of people may notice that by the time you get to the end of a wipe cycle, you're extremely low on resources. That is because up until this point, resources would not spawn within the radius of a tool cupboard. So you'd start off a wipe cycle with massive forests and tons of rocks and everything, but the more bases that get built, they just diminish these resources. If you build where a forest previously was, you're stopping that forest from regrowing because you've put down a tool cupboard. So that is now been fixed. As of the update today, we will be able to have stuff spawning in our tool cupboard radius. The only problem I can see with that is, what if we get trees coming up between our base? That would be pretty awkward. If you just log off for the night, you log back in the next day and you've got 10 trees in the middle of your base. That will be a pain to have to chop them down, especially if one of them is blocking your door, but we'll see how that pans out. Now we do have another couple of things that are still currently being worked on, so they've not actually been added into any branches yet, so I can't actively show you it. So I can tell you about it, and it'll be something that you can go and take a look at later. You can actually just jump onto Rustified. They have got some pictures of some things. So one of the things is water caustics. Now they've updated some of the stuff in the water, so when you were previously swimming, you're looking at the bottom of the floor, it just looked a bit drab. I can quickly go over there and show you. So here we are. I've just quickly nipped over to the water, and we can now see we're looking at the bottom of the floor, and it doesn't look very great at all, if I'm honest. The update this week now, you're going to see like water reflecting through the ripples of the Sorry, I mean, you're going to see light reflecting through the ripples in the water. So there will be nice little bits of light going on down here, and it will look a little bit more interesting. And hopefully it look a little bit brighter as well, because it currently is extremely dark under the water. So perhaps that's paving the way for future updates, because I know that they put up some concept art about dock and sort of thing, and everyone's been asking for underwater monuments and boats and stuff, so maybe this is paving the way to get something a bit more going on under the water so that we can move towards that. And next we have some updates to throwable items. So currently we throw an item, we hit right click and it just throws it away, and then we have a real hard time trying to find it in the grass. So what they are working on in a moment, I believe, is mostly done. It will definitely be in today's update. They just haven't applied it yet to the main branch. It is pretty much like a bow. So you pull your bow out, you hold right click in and it aims, and then you have to hit left click to shoot it. That is what will happen. Hopefully will work pretty seamlessly after today. So once the update comes today, you'll be holding in right click with any item that you could throw. I don't know whether we're going to get a little crosshair or whatever, but there's going to be some way of aiming with what you're throwing, and you're going to throw it, and hopefully it should be a lot more accurate, and it will stop you from accidentally throwing things when you're running around farming. And then lastly, there have been updates to the dungeon art, but as we all know, that never goes in unless we're doing a forced map wipe. So I'm not really going to cover that too much, but there's some things that have happened. They've got textures on the big tanks, the conveyor belt crane, and a couple of other things. There have also been a few tweaks in terms of dungeons, where there was a roof that was see-through and stuff like that. A couple of little small fixes like that have also gone in this week. So that is pretty much it for this week, guys. There's not a big week in terms of updates. There's a couple of nice things that we're all going to feel the benefit of, such as the throwable tweaks and the changes to the tool cupboard radius and item spawning. So it is still a lot of good stuff going in here, but we aren't getting anything sizable. There's nothing really big to show off to you guys at the moment, I'm afraid. So there may still be little tweaks going on. There may get a couple of extra things thrown in, so I would highly recommend that you keep an eye on the Rust updates on Twitter, and possibly take a look at Rustified. You'll also find a lot of good information over on the Rust Reddit, so that is also a good place to check out. And if you would like to see more update videos, I know that this one has been a little bit lackluster because nothing's been pushed into the game yet, and I have to go to work, so I do have to get this covered before I go to work. So sadly, I can't wait until all these things are pushed in. I don't know when they will be pushed in. It couldn't be half an hour before the update that they actually get pushed in, so we're not 100% on that. So if you would like to see more content, then please do just hit that subscribe button. I will be here every week doing update videos and getting all the information that you need to have as quick as I can. So thank you very much, guys. If you have enjoyed, then hit that like button.